What's that? Trying to reconnect?
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, we're good? Oh, okay, we're good.
I'm trying to be professional.
We're not professional at all. Let me just find it on here.
Am I in the frame?
You are in the frame. Look, there we are.
All right.
I gotta lower this. Oops. There we go. Who cares? Hi! Hi! Look, Bobby Senn is here. Look, there he is. And he's got a... Look what he's drinking. And look at his shirt.
Go Chiefs.
Who knows what that's from?
Cheers.
See if I can... There we go. There's people watching already. All right.
Sponsored by Babs Blue Ribbon.
All right.
That's another guy I never understood. Bob Murphy for the New York Mets.
He's dead. What do you mean you never understood him?
I know he's dead.
But what do you mean?
His voice.
He called...
Yeah, Bob Murphy. There's so many good voices out there. They get the guy sounds like he's drowning.
Oh, what happened there? I don't know what that's about. All
I
right.
have something to say about the whole social network I've told before.
I don't know what that's about. Hey, welcome to Tuesday Night with Tony. It's good to see you. We've been off for 2 weeks. We were off 2 weeks ago. I had a show at Knockin' Dead Comedy. Last week we were gonna be on with Halloween, but just didn't feel right with the attack in the city, so we just said we're not gonna do it. Our plan was to toilet paper somebody's car, and we weren't telling you who it was going to be.
Oh, I thought it was house.
We were going back and forth between house and car, but we decided on a car, and it was going to be for those of you who watch every week. We have commenting every week. Peter Piper. I haven't seen him on yet. I don't know if he's watching. Kenny Hamill actually is Peter Piper. Kenny Hamill.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peckers.
Kenny Hamill is a sick bastard, probably sicker than you. Like, he's sick in, like, a scary way. You're just funny. He's, like, sick in a scary way.
I'm documented.
Are you documented?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I got a card. It says, Bobby says, fucked up. You let it say fuck?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Okay. Oh, Willie Winky Weenie is watching, and he says he's horny, so I'm assuming Peter has changed his name.
Nice.
See that? Sue Rodriguez, the girls and I are watching. Oh, and he already cursed.
Yeah.
Bobby warned me before we went on that Sue's girls are going to be watching, so we have to be on our best behavior, and that's already shot.
Immediately voided.
So hide the kids. Hide the kids. Anthony Shirelli says, what's up? Donna Smith-Weston says hello.
Nice.
Vicky...
Ramical Grimm.
She says slap shot.
She voted today.
I hope everybody did.
So did her daughter for the first time.
Nice. Sally says it's working fine. Thank you. She's talking about my pee-pee. James Casada's watching. Jimmy Casada. Angela Clark says
electrician
hello.
Extraordinaire.
Oh, is that what he's doing? He's an electrician?
Yes.
Lisa Lancer Russell says hi. Hello, Lisa.
Love that girl.
Yeah, she's cool. She's all right. All right, I think that's everybody.
Hey, so let's dedicate this show tonight.
Who would you like to dedicate the show to?
Two people.
Tell me.
One meaningful to both of us.
Oh, yeah?
Desiree Liotta.
I did that. I think it was the last... Was it the last show?
Was?
Maybe. Yeah, I dedicated. Actually, I think it was the day she passed. I dedicated the show to her. But we can do that again.
Okay. Any other dedications to a good friend of mine who's today's the 1 year anniversary of his passing, sudden passing, Patrick J. Nestor Jr. Good man, good
Patrick.
father, and a funny son of a bitch, and an outstanding drummer. And miss him terribly.
What was his name?
Pat Nestor.
Pat Nestor. The Hicksville
He's a
guy?
Levittown dude.
Oh, Levittown.
Levit trash, as I call it.
That worked when we were little. It doesn't really. That's not really the case anymore. Like, they have a good school district now.
Shitty taxes.
Yeah. Don Schroeder's watching. Jeffrey Fry is watching. Ellen O'Neill says hi, Senn.
Let's go Rangers, Ellen.
Frank Walker.
Ellen, I'm wearing your jersey.
Hey,
like
Frankie.
Frank Walker says hello. Mark Lerner says fine, two gentlemen. Where?
Nice. Where? Mark Lerner.
One just walked up.
Gentleman. Absolute gentleman.
Mark Lerner is a gentleman, that's for sure. Wendy Default says, what's up, guys? Abby Roucher?
Abby Roucher, down in Florida. She's another transplant. She went to Florida from New York.
Is Bobby all balls? Willie Winky says, yes. Jennifer Maroney says, hi,
All
guys.
bag, no pipe. Irish.
All bag, no pipe. Ranger sucks, says Gina Pacifico. All right. So welcome.
Go shave your legs.
Wow. All right, let me ask you that first off. You're always telling people calm down. What is that? Is that just something to be funny, or is there a meaning behind that? Or you told a guy today to hold his colon.
That's Jimmy Casada.
Oh, okay. It was. Want an Oreo?
No, just calm down. No, I'm trying to quit. They're getting stuck in my teeth. Calm down is just people get so wired up, and especially you tell a woman to calm down, it's suicide mission.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
See, but I like when they
You're just
get
inviting.
excited.
You're inviting some sort of assault.
But
But Alex Brill likes it. Alex Brill gets a good laugh out of that.
Alex Brill, he graduated with you.
Yes.
I haven't. Wow.
Alex Brill lives in Vegas.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Now lives in Vegas. Good man.
Yeah, he is a good man. I remember him. I don't think I knew him well, but I remember him. Wow. What's he doing in Vegas?
He's probably sweating his balls off.
Well, true.
Yeah.
Can you guys spoon, says Willie Winky. That's coming, don't worry.
Second half of the show. Stop rushing things.
All right, a couple of things real quick before we get to Bobby.
We're gonna play Twister in the second half of the show.
We were just talking about Kurt. He did this. This is Kurt's work.
Kurt Knapp.
Kurt Knapp, photographer extraordinaire. That's his work for Tuesday Night with Tony. The video you just saw, the video of the piano playing you just saw, that was David Clark. We use his video every week for our show. It's our little theme song. We've used it without his permission, so as my way of thanking him, I always push his gigs. So that's a gig he has coming up in December. For all you Billy Joel fans, he's doing a Billy Joel show. If you remember when we were kids, in the 80s, Billy Joel put out a live VHS called Live from Long Island. David is recreating that show, that video, in Port Washington on December 29th. This Friday, David is playing at the St. George Theater in Staten Island, I believe it is, where he's playing the whole Stranger album. He does a lot of Billy Joel shows. He's playing the whole Stranger album because it's been 40 years since the Stranger album came out.
Wait, this guy's name is Dave Clark?
David Clark.
David Clark?
David.
Dave Clark plays Billy Joel. Wouldn't that be ironic if Billy Joel did a concert like right next door where Billy Joel plays Dave Clark Live?
I actually was at one of his shows once where a guy was pissed because he thought he was going to a Dave Clark 5 concert.
Yeah.
So
Read the fine print.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. One more, just a couple of more quick announcements. I actually have viewers in England, believe it or not. There are some people from England that watch. So, my friend...
Throw another shrimp on the bobby?
That's Australia.
Yeah. So,
Hello, Governor.
Okay.
English chicks.
Willie Winkies, have you ever...
Have you heard about English chicks?
No, what about them?
No tits, bad teeth, like to fight?
That's Irish, isn't it? That's English?
English too.
Oh.
English broads, bad teeth.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Could eat an apple through a picket fence.
Oh, I never heard that. Can eat an apple through a picket fence. No, in fact, my friend right here, he's got a gorgeous girl. He's from England. That's actually where I was going with this. That's Elio. Elio Pace, for all you guys in England. Elio is one of my closest friends. He does a Billy Joel show. It is Elio's Pizza. No. You know Celentano frozen Italian food?
I don't like Italian people.
You don't like Italian people?
No.
All right, I guess he's got to leave. I'm Italian. Celentano. I'm related to them.
Walker is not.
My mother's maiden name is Celentano.
Oh.
We are, and no joke, we're related to them. We don't see their money, but we are related to them.
I'm going to get whacked.
Or given a lot of food.
Ask Mark Lerner. I always sit in the corner so I don't get whacked.
I thought you sat in the corner so you
Whenever
could
we go
whack.
out to... Yeah.
Put him.
Rim shot.
Elio Pace doing a Billy Joel show. This is David Brown, who used to play with Billy Joel. He's joining Elio Pace for a bunch of shows in May.
David Brown, who is not.
Who is what?
David Brown is not brown.
He's not brown.
David Brown, who is white.
He's a little white and a little gray.
Yes.
Yeah, that's...
He's got some head. He's got some do going on.
Yeah, that's some pompadour he's got. Yeah. I don't think I ever had a hair like that. And then there's Knock 'em Dead Comedy, ladies and gentlemen. We did a show in Hicksville just last week. Thank you, Laurie Schoenfeld and Donna Kelly, for showing up. And Debbie Kelly, excuse me.
Debbie Kelly did not show up. It was Donna Kelly. I think Debbie Kelly lives in Virginia.
Yeah? Oh, you're right. I'm confusing my Kellys. You're
Donna
right.
Kelly lives
It was Donna Kelly. I was right the first time.
Yeah.
Thank you. See, that's why he's here. He's a good man. Knock 'em Dead Comedy, we're performing December 1st. For all you Hicksville people, we'll be at Levittown Hall in Hicksville on December 1st. But our big show is December December 16th.
I'm sorry, your big show is going on right now.
Well, that's true. But the big Knock 'em Dead comedy show, December 16th, will be at Governor's doing a holiday mob show because Bobby likes to get whacked.
Yes.
So we're doing a mob show with a holiday theme because getting murdered around the holidays apparently is a theme.
Want to hear my favorite Italian joke?
Yes, I would love to.
What's the difference between an Italian grandmother and a catfish?
I don't know.
One has a mustache and smells really bad, and the other's a catfish.
That's my grandmother's talking about.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Bobby Senn is here. Bobby Senn is here. He is our guest of the week.
Our latest venture.
Our latest venture. All right. So I have a whole bunch of questions for Bobby today. First off, I'm going to thank this man because he is a hero, and he is a fireman. So we thank them for everything they do. So thank you, sir. We'll be serious for just.
Yeah. Have at it.
All right. Well, we'll get to that in a second as well. Quickly, thoughts on last week? Because I figured if you know Bobby's story, you can't have Bobby here after last week's attack and not bring it up. That's how I see it.
Unfortunately, you say last week, and then you say which. Now you have to say which one.
True. Unfortunately, that is
it's becoming a systemic part of daily life. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, last week.
Terrible. I will say that the thing that bothers me most is the media's glorification of the perp.
No, that's
They
interesting.
do a whole background. He did this, he did that, and
He was arrested
I
for
think
this.
to a certain degree, and recently I've gotten in a couple of minor discussions and debates about, it's about gun control, it's about this, it's about that, and it wasn't a gun control issue in Manhattan, it was a truck control issue in Manhattan, and you can't, the right side will say, we're going to ban trucks, or we're going to ban guns. You can't ban guns, you can't ban trucks, you can't ban coffee, you can't, understandable. But in order to get to the root of the cause, we have to stop making the people who are committing these crimes into famous people.
Now, all right. Now that's been a discussion for many years. Whether it's going back to when Reagan was shot, or
You're motivating the next guy to do it. I'm going to do that. Look at all that press time that guy got.
But a guy
and I
like-
don't think that's the cause, but I think that
Right.
is something that really affects.
you think a guy like last week, and we're talking about last week here in New York. Do you think that has something to do with that?
I don't know if I was to ask him and actually get a legitimate answer out of him outside of his psychosis, which
No,
definitely plays into
true,
it.
yes.
Is especially when they are being taught and he is following the ISIS handbook. There's obviously some sort of mental illness going on there,
Yeah.
or brainwashing, or a combination of both. I believe that he knows he's going to get notoriety and he's going to become a martyr for that cause. So it's going to motivate
okay.
him to go, I'm going to follow along and do that.
Right. Okay. Yep. You got me there. Okay. So since we're serious and we'll get out of being serious. I guess I'll ask you about this then as well.
Sure.
Tell us what this is. And I'm assuming this is
Up and running.
right. And is this the main thing you're doing now?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
All right. So tell us about that then.
I first met Dr. Mark Lerner, actually as a client of his, when I was struggling with pretty severe post-traumatic stress disorder following September 11th. And he helped me navigate my way through that. And one of his themes, his models that he follows is take what's bad that has happened to you and let that propel you into something good. Take the bad energy and use it to propel you forward and do something good with it.
Right.
And I really fell in love with that ideology instead of just being stuck in being a victim and a broken guy for the rest of my life.
Absolutely.
So we started working together, and a lot of think tanking in his office and brainstorming once I was feeling a lot healthier. And it was, okay, what are we going to do? What is Bobby Senn going to do with his life that's going to make a difference? And it started
What's
with...
Bobby Senn going to do with his life to make a difference?
That's
what we want to know.
Started with some peer counseling and helping other firefighters who are struggling with whatever it might be. And even to jump ahead, we're looking right now, the two of us, there's a really good chance that we're going to Vegas really soon to work with some of the police and firefighters there to help them get through what they've just been through.
Sure, that's why they're going there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's a good idea. All right, no okay, kids. Nobody's getting Christmas gifts this year. Uncle Bobby's going to Vegas. Okay? As long as you gamble, you get free drinks.
Why Vegas though? Seriously, why Vegas?
The shooting that occurred in Vegas with 59 people
Oh,
being killed. Those police officers and firefighters are still struggling in the aftermath to find some normality in their lives.
You know, and like you said, it's unfortunately this has become such an everyday part of our lives that I didn't even. Yeah, I had to actually ask why Vegas.
It becomes forgotten news.
Right.
People are going to be mixing up the church shooting yesterday, or day before yesterday, with the one that happened a few months ago. Right. And events will start to crisscross with each other, and unfortunately in this country we'll start going, oh yeah, it was that one and not that one. Kind of like what we just did. and just it's someone else, to us it's, we made a mistake. With 9/11 there is no mistaking it because of the magnitude of the event. You know,
sure.
Life kind of sits here, and 9/11 sits out here as an unbelievable, unfathomable thing. Then you take something like Oklahoma City, that was the unfathomable thing, and now that's, you know, it's downplayed as well. It wasn't as bad as 9/11,
right?
You know, because you go by numbers. But shootings and mass shootings and going in and wiping out a whole populace of families, trying to just, you know, be regular folk, be it going to church, going to the store, going to school. You know, I mean, it was a terrible. I just brought it up with somebody the other day, and they didn't even know about it, about the incident that happened in Russia a number of years ago with an entire school of kids being wiped out by a bunch of Russian terrorists.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
I forgot about that. And you know, you say Columbine, it seems like it's 100 years ago.
Yeah.
People. So it's unfortunately one is washing into another. Excuse me. So back to on target of what our goal is to take the bad things that have happened to me in my 30 years of being in the emergency services business at the volunteer level and the paid level, and then what I have done in terms of trying to help others, and then blend that with Mark's 30 years of being a clinical psychologist, and you get the guy who was the broken guy on the street and the guy who tried, you know, piecing them back together, and then getting out and trying to help people
I wanted to go there.
People who are struggling, and this is one of the projects we've worked on. We did. We worked on a thing getting off the ground called reality theater, which was real stories about real people instead of fake stories and fake people. And we did that on the anniversary of September 11th and raised some money for the Tribute Center, which is one of the memorial museums down by the World Trade Center. So this is now going into, we've ascended from this into no PowerPoint, no crazy media. It's like this. You get us raw,
okay. That's what I was going to ask.
Upfront, close, personal, and try to help a group of people going through whatever their crisis or their own 9/11 is.
Right.
Because somebody goes through, you know, losing a child. There was just a terrible suicide in Hicksville a couple days ago.
Yep.
You know, that's their 9/11. It doesn't have to be a bunch of planes flying into buildings and being on every news channel. That family is going through their September 11th.
Absolutely.
So that's the goal of trying to say, okay, we're going to help you. And do what we can to not make it go away, but maybe normalize some things, not sleeping, not taking care of yourself, repetitive images, all of the things that you would think makes you broken are the things you're actually supposed to go through. And that is our goal, to take that model that we're using now and to get in front of a lot of people and hopefully help them. Because there's a lot of people who are hurting for whatever the reason might be.
Sure.
From suicide and, you know, the known things. You know, and I only learned this by working with Mark, is that suicide is the leading cause of death in the United States that's not health related.
Oh, okay.
People are killing themselves in droves. The veterans, everybody knows about the number 22 veterans a day. You go into the Midwest, it's probably in the 30s.
Wow. And police too, right? It's a high number of cops.
It's stress, high stress, and then, you know, the type A personality, the mechanisms of coping. You see something really terrible, and then you go home. And I always use the model of I would you know, see something really terrible, and I went to a fatal fire where a 21-year-old girl was killed on Christmas Eve back in 1999, and we body bagged that girl at midnight. You know, and all I kept seeing for the next 24 hours was, you know, that body bag closing. You know, it's Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the world is waking up, and it's like a joyous time for every kid. You know, and somebody's father's going to be told that their 21-year-old daughter is being body bagged and she's dead. You know, in literally a bullshit one-room fire in an apartment in Brooklyn, and that day I went home and I was just like staring, and Christmas didn't matter, and I'm staring off into space, you know, just blinking, and I didn't see Christmas. All I saw was that event.
Mm-hmm.
So people are going through that on their own, and you want to try to normalize some of that stuff for them and go, hey, listen, that is terrible. You know, and I thought I was screwed. I thought, you know, people immediately, because they don't know what PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, is. Post-traumatic stress is the normal thing that happens.
Oh,
you
yeah.
see, you get it's called a normal reaction to an abnormal event, and you get really banged up and broken and see something. You see a dead body, you get assaulted. I mean, the categories are endless, and you're not sleeping that night. And immediately you go, oh my God, I must have post-traumatic stress disorder. No, you just had a really shitty thing happen to you, and you are a victim. So you have to take that and then hopefully move forward from that and go from victim to survivor, and then ultimately, as Dr. Lerner has taught me, want you to thrive off of that and not just be stuck in that victim/survivor thing, you know, and be labeled by that.
Exactly, right. That was, that's exactly what from working with him for a limited time, that was something I learned from him, was, in my case, to, you know, make light of what happens to you and have fun with it.
Yeah.
And, you know, just, and not let it define you. I mean, yeah, I use it for laughs, but I don't let it define me either. But,
Yeah.
And that was.
And
great
that's the thing
fun.
about the humor. Like a lot of people say, you know, I have a pretty twisted sense of humor, and I do. And I really use the gallows humor to get through terrible things and see terrible things. You know, I had a couple of people, and I have people. Actually, one person who's out and actually now not friends with me, because I was making a couple of jokes about the approaching hurricane in Florida. You know, about God's waiting room is about to, you know, get unloaded upon. Because I said Florida is the you know, the land of the newlywed and the soon to be dead. And you make a joke about it, because if you sit there and get sucked into the magnitude of how bad it is, it'll eat your life.
Right.
So gallows humor really works. And in the emergency services business, for firemen and cops, because nobody calls you for a good reason. They call you because something really terrible is happening. You know, you can either absorb all that like a giant sponge,
Yeah.
you know, but you have to make fun of it. You know, and we would make fun of it in a whole host of ways. You know, a guy would lose his head. You get somebody who's decapitated, and you'd be like, all right, we need a body bag and a bowling ball bag. You know, it's a terrible thing, but you know.
If you don't, like you said, it'll eat you
alive.
up.
It will chew you up.
You just got that? Is that what
It'll
happened?
chew you up and
No,
eat you
I
alive.
got it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, I completely agree with everything you're saying.
Good. Tony's son is about 2 seconds behind on the uptake, but he's with us.
Yeah, and yeah, because it does. It'll eat you up. And yeah, I joke too that a friend of mine, my business partner in Knockin' Dead Comedy, Eric Shevlin, he always tells me with cancer, he tells me that I beat God. He's like, God tried to take you, and you won.
Yeah.
So
Because it can either, like you said, it can define you and chew you up.
right.
Or,
And that's exactly what happens if it does define you. It chews you up,
so I make fun of a lot of shit.
which is going to happen
Which
tonight.
doesn't mean that I don't feel people's pain.
Right.
I try to lighten the mood, because listen, I could easily suck a whole lot of people down the drain with, you know, my family of origin, my history growing up, you know, crazy shit I've seen at work, things I've been through, the amount of friends I've lost, blah 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 through work. Why?
Right.
Why do that? You know, it's literally, as we always say, it's like punching a kid who's living in a wheelchair. You know,
Oh, I've done that.
you did that once in the mall. I saw it.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Jack Scala says you just helped a lot of veterans, Bobby.
Yeah, well, that's the goal, Jack. That's the goal, is to do that, and we're hoping by getting in front of more and more people, you know, and getting with groups of guys, women, families who are struggling, in a somewhat intimate setting, meaning smaller groups of people, you know, not rooms of. And I've done presentations on September 11th in post-traumatic stress in front of 1,500 people at a time. and it's not the amount of people. You just hope you're reaching the people in all corners of the room.
Right.
You get 100 people in a room, and boy, you can really make a difference.
And like you said, everybody has their 9/11. You know, a lot of people feel they have to suck it in because they feel, oh, it's not as bad as this or it's not as bad as that. But no, what happened to you still sucks. No.
Your leg, your cancer, that's your September 11th. It is.
Right.
But it's a matter of, like, what are you going to do with it? Do you sit there and stare?
What if you lost your leg on September 11th?
What if I lost my leg on September 11th? Well, I'm
Did
assuming
you
some
lose
people.
your
Like, lose it in the subway? Or
You're like, oh, where'd my leg go? Like that?
The day you got it amputated.
somebody's asking questions off camera. It's really bad. We're breaking the fourth wall, ladies and gentlemen.
No, people. They
Yeah.
the few people that watch the show. No, I shouldn't even say the few. We hit a few.
He's at a
thousands.
point, though, saying, like, well, what would have happened if this happened to him? You know, he was diagnosed with cancer on September 11th. The bottom line is he's got to carry his bag. That's your bag. I carry my bag. Everybody who's watching, everybody who we're friends with, they carry their own individual bags. Lisa Lancer, that girl carries her bag every day.
She has
and
two
doesn't
bags.
ask anybody else. Oh, Jesus. She doesn't ask anybody else to carry. She carries
You're
her
right.
shit.
You're right.
I carry mine, you carry yours. So, regardless of what calendar day that it happens, that's your bag of shit to carry. You know?
How's that for your answer there, Mr. Fourth Wall?
So it doesn't matter. That's his, you know, he could turn around. And I know some people, a very good friend of mine, her dad passed away on September 11th of cancer. And he passed away of that. And when I see her, she hugs me because it's September 11th, and I hug her because it's her September 11th. And that's for Donna Cohen.
Nice.
Another, and then a woman went through, survived breast cancer after that.
Oh, nice.
So
Very nice. Glad to hear that.
really a tough woman.
The beautiful Michelle Bayer Douglas says, "Come see me in Vegas. I need a session." You are correct, Bobby. Everybody may have an event that is their 9/11 to them. One of the best analogies I've heard. Nice.
Thank you. That'll be $19.95, payable by check or PayPal.
Lisa Lancer Russell, she has two smiley faces there. See, like I said, two.
2 bags.
Now I have to go back a little bit because Gina, where's Gina? Oh, Gina, she said, so you could suck a whole lot of people. That's because you said, you know, it would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what Gina.
She should calm down.
Is it weird with Jack Scala? Because, yeah, all right, so we're done with that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate I know it's not easy.
No,
I know
no.
it's not easy for you to talk about
Oh, boy.
these serious issues. But is it weird talking to Jack Scala and saying Jack? I have a hard time talking to the teachers without saying Mr. or Mr. or Mrs., even though it's 30 years since graduation.
It depends on who it is.
Yeah.
You know, there were certain people, you know, that you,
Miss P, I still call her Miss P.
Yeah.
And she yells at me for it.
yeah, Miss P. Who was it? Mrs. Daly. I could never call her Elizabeth.
I don't even know who that
Miss
is.
Daly, she was an English teacher in high school.
Oh, sorry, Miss Daly. I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's always Mr. Horn.
Oh, Mr. Horn.
Did you call him Bill? Hello, Bill.
No, I can't imagine that
He
at all.
put his size 11 right in my ass, even at 49 years old. So, I get that. It's a respect thing too.
Yeah. I just.
But I never had Jack Scala as a teacher, so it's easier for me to call
Me
him
neither.
Jack.
My brother did. I didn't.
Yeah.
But all right, Mr. Horowitz, who's on Facebook. See, I just said Mr. Horowitz.
Yeah.
I can't.
Call
It's
him
weird.
Art.
Yeah, I can't. I sometimes I do. He'll reach out. Hey, I'll be in New York this summer. We're going to a Met game. Hey, Artie, good to hear from you. I'm like, that's weird to me.
Mr. Horowitz used to walk down the halls of the T-Wing reciting the Ides of March.
Yep.
Yes.
Love
Scaring
Mr.
the shit
Horowitz.
out of people who are incompetent and fail to read their English
Which would be
assignments.
most of us.
Yes.
Speaking of which, Ellen O'Neill says she remembers Mrs. Daly. Richie Halstead, Arthur Horowitz, yes.
Yes.
Hello, Richie. Ellen O'Neill, you asked earlier. Yes, I'm a Dutch Lane guy. Where'd you go? Where were you?
Fork.
Fork. Bobby.
Fork lane faggot. That's what they used to call us. The Fork lane faggots.
I'd never heard that.
When you got to junior high school, it was still it was gang warfare going on.
Yeah.
You know, Dutch Lane guys sat at table 2, and Lee Avenue guys sat at table 3. And the Fork Lane faggots,
I never heard that. Fork Lane faggots.
Fork Lane faggots, we had to turn the stools upside down and sit on the bunk.
Steve DiStefano was Fork Lane. There was no way anybody was calling him a faggot. He beat me up enough as it was. That Lisa Lancer's talking about the T-Wing.
T-Wing, they're gone.
The T-Wing's gone. I just was at the middle
Rubbish.
school the other day for the first time in probably 30 years. I didn't even know the T-Wing was gone. It was so weird to walk through that place.
Yep.
Richie Holster says, now I get it, Bobby. I don't know.
Well, whatever you got, don't give it to me. I didn't get my flu shot yet.
Frank said I had Scotty as a teacher, not... Oh, Joe Scala. Oh, Joe. Oh, Scalia, yeah. So Jack, I'm sorry, I'm getting everybody mixed up tonight. Jack Scala is a friend of mine. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jack, my apologies. I confused you with a Joe. Jack, and Jack, you've been nice enough to comment before on shows, and then I tell everybody who you are. Speaking of Hicksville, Captain Jack will get you high tonight.
Yeah.
That is him.
Really?
Really. So that could lead to our next part.
Wow, right on.
Because Bobby, Mateo asked to, don't forget East Street. East Street is gone now too, isn't it?
East Street's like some school for gifted and talented. They push the pull door and pull the push door.
So yeah, Captain Jack gets your high tonight. Bobby actually said if we wanted to, we could talk about weed. Here
we go. Now my wife's going to be going. And Sue Rodriguez is now going, don't listen, kids. Earmuffs, girls.
She said before her mother was watching as well, she said earlier.
Good.
Yeah.
Hola.
Hey, Neil McKenna's watching. Hey, Neil. Neil, I missed you the other day. I saw your brother. Did you know Vinny DeAngelis? He graduated with me.
I know the name. I don't remember the face.
He made a movie, and it's called Gas Station Etiquette. It's called.
Nice.
So he had a premiere over here in Belmore. It was fun. It was 3.5 hours. So I spoke to him today. He's going to work on some trimming and cutting and editing. But it was fun. It was actually a fun night.
3.5 hours.
So.
I hope you get a meal.
No.
That's a flight
actually, we did.
That's a flight to Florida.
I didn't think of it that way.
Plane.
I didn't. Yeah.
Airline films. Yeah.
All right. That's good.
So you said we're talking about.
You're good. Say whatever you want to say about weed.
No,
I am not an expert on the subject. Believe it or not.
Marijuana. No, it's just most of the people who.
You have to if you're wearing that.
My nephews gave me that.
Oh, all right. That's
my
different.
Christmas gift.
Oh, all right.
And as you know, I'll wear most anything, or most nothing.
Well, yeah, we have that too.
That picture's coming too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I shaved for that picture.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, full body shave.
Really?
Go over that. Anyway, but
wow.
Listen,
all right, go ahead. Talk about your weed. Go ahead.
Smoking marijuana. There it is.
You actually. Wow, you're
that
dedicated
was in the Dominican
to your
Republic, and I was pretty well lubricated. Listen. Have fun. Have fun.
So everybody should lubricate.
I had a lot of fun on that trip.
What does that mean? You were lubricated?
Well lubricated.
Like juiced up? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
See,
steering fluid steers you in all the wrong directions.
I'm thinking when you say you're lubricated, I had other thoughts in my head. I don't want to discuss.
Yeah. No. That was great. That was a good time.
Well,
that motivated me to get back in the gym though a little bit more than often. I got that.
And did it work?
Yes. Oh yeah. I'm feeling pretty good. I dropped that extra 5 pounds.
Would have motivated me to take Viagra, I think.
Yeah. Well, listen. I take my pants off. My wife goes, "Oh look, that looks like a penis, only smaller." I'm Irish. I own that shit. So, anyhow, smoking pot should be legalized.
Well, it is almost in a lot of places.
Yeah, but it should be legalized. Listen, it does a lot of really good things for people who are hurting. There's a lot of proven medical benefits, but all the tight-wad, right-wing evangelical Republicans who I can't stand, get their panties in a bunch and their hiney holes go like this, like, you can't smoke pot, it's illegal.
Their hiney holes.
Yeah.
We're showing photos like this. We're talking about legalizing weed.
Sure
he says hiney holes.
It's bad, but it's not a gateway drug. Stop. Like beer is a gateway drug. I know people have been. I'm 49 and I still drink a PBR every now and then. Tonight I might drink 2. But most people who say that pot is bad or marijuana is bad are the people who need to smoke it the most and fucking relax a little bit and just chill out. Because there's a lot of people who are in pain and it helps them. Montel Williams suffered with MS. Tried to get marijuana and they wanted to arrest him.
Oh, is that right?
Terrible.
Where are you going?
He's going to get high.
Going to get high.
Yeah. Bring me some. So.
All right.
Anyhow, that's my thing on that. And I didn't mean to offend anybody if anybody voted Republican today. Dope.
Don't forget to vote.
Don't forget to
actually,
vote.
It's
Yeah,
too
vote.
late now. It's too late now.
It's too late. It's over.
So you missed it. Well, unless you're Michelle Bayer,
it's
you can probably still
Johnny.
vote.
Yeah, Michelle Bayer can go vote. Well, she probably can because her car sucks and she can't get a ride anymore.
Lisa Lancer says, calm down.
Here's one thing that bothers me: misplaced calm downs. People who give it to me try to give it back to me. You know, be like, "Hey, it's snowing. Calm down." No, it has to be well placed, and that's why I usually give you 5 minutes in the penalty box.
Wow.
Hey, is Cosentino watching?
I
Christina?
do
Got my
believe.
vote.
I
Christina,
do
did you-
believe her name was up here
Is she
before.
having some bourbon? She's home drinking bourbon.
All right, let's go
Next up,
back.
Bobby
and-
Ritigliano. That's good too.
Ryan
Another
just
good
asked me
man.
why you're talking about weeds.
Who?
Ryan, that's his son. I think he's only like what, 5 or 6, Bobby?
Tell Ryan it's time to go to bed. He might need a bath. It's tubby time and then off to bed for that young man.
Oh, I think I just
Yeah,
Christina
it's
Constantino,
9:30.
Bobby, what number PBR is that? I'm trying to catch up. She says.
Oh, well, I'm drinking 24s, and I might have had 5 or 6 in the car driving here.
Don't forget East Street. We did that. Paul Fox. Don't forget Burns Avenue. The Burns Boys.
Burns Avenue was like one of the forgotten. No, Willard Avenue was the forgotten school. It's like all the way on the other side of town.
Yep. All the way. Yeah, it's like in Jericho.
Yeah.
Which is and that's
People who
gone-
are
that's-
this far away from going to Jericho and getting a real education went to Willard.
like.
Yeah, like 2
Well,
blocks.
and your wife went to Jericho.
My wife
right?
went to Jericho
So, but
Yes.
apparently she's not too educated. 'Cause-
because she picked me. Yes.
Which I do
is
think-
just absolute proof that roofies work. We went out on Monday. She woke up on Wednesday, and that was that.
Wow, that's
Let's get to another picture.
yeah. I have one with. All right, we did
That's
that one.
good.
I have one. Yeah, there's one with her right there.
Yes,
Which
that's a traditional Senn, Bobby Senn tradition. Is every wedding, every party we go to, we'll get our picture taken, and then I have to do a breast grab. That woman,
Is a
that
saint.
woman is a saint. A saint.
But
She puts up with well, not anymore. I've kind of toned down. It's like, I'm like diet.
if you're friends with him on
yeah.
Facebook, you can see he's toned
like
down.
Diet Bob now compared to what it used to be, but it's yeah. And I, as I say all the time, I tap that.
And so can you for no.
No.
And there's this one I because
that's
I love
it.
this shirt. I
That's
love
at
this
Tina
shirt.
Fullerton's house. I wear that to my in-laws' house all the time.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and to Tina's house. And that's another one of my usual poses.
Yes, yeah, I've seen that pose in a lot of pictures. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, what this you got
All
to
right,
explain
this
to
is
me.
on
What
the
in the world
wall.
is this?
We were on vacation. My wife always says I'm an angel.
Does she really?
It was perfect.
Does she really say that?
Yes. Yes. So I took off my shirt, and this was painted on the wall, and fuck, that's a handsome fella right there, isn't it?
Where was this? You said
That's in
Florida.
the Dominican Republic.
Oh, but what was it like?
It was inside a nightclub. It was on the wall of a nightclub.
And you said if I stand right,
I said if I disrobe and stand in front of that, it's going to look like I can fly. Yeah.
I got nothing. I
All
just
right. Good.
Kurt Knapp. You think he would see that and say Bobby Senn should stand in front of this with his shirt off and pose like a real good
Yeah.
photographer like Kurt Knapp? Do you think he would? I don't know why
Yeah.
he went like that.
My only complaint is my nipples are small.
It's perfect.
Calm down. Tony's son just said my nipples are perfect.
I don't know what's happening here.
This week on Coming Out of the Closet.
My son is I just found out my son is homosexual and likes weed.
Yeah.
Your nipples are too small.
I got my bow with me.
Yeah.
You got your bow with you? Oh God. Okay, yeah. Now this I've been dying to hear.
All right. So
All right, yeah.
I'm surfing Facebook one night, bored, which is why I usually spend my hours on Facebook. If I spent as many hours studying as I did on Facebook, I would be a doctor. That's my mother. I'm on my phone.
It's true.
We don't have to get into that, though. So anyway, on Facebook, this thing comes up called Stadium Links, right? Where you can play golf at a local stadium. Okay? So you get 9 holes of golf, and it's at all different spots in the stadium. And there's actually flags out in there, and you play golf, and you get scored based on where your ball lands.
Can you guys see this? Let me
Yeah.
know if you can see the photo. I just want to make sure you can.
It was my profile picture for a while. So
Whoops, I'm sorry. I just didn't know if I could make it bigger somehow.
it's 59 degrees, by the way. So My friend Pete and I, we went and did this. It was the best $100 I ever spent because they sold beers on every hole. So we had a couple of those and walked around. The only problem was we expected, because it was the first week in November, it was going to be kind of chilly.
Yeah.
I was sweating my balls off.
Really?
It was 75 degrees, and the best hole was this one because we were in the shade.
So,
but I will say, after I have a pretty good position in there with the 45-degree angle with that, and I think Paul O'Brien would be pretty impressed with that. Maybe Steve Barker. Just because I'm playing it.
Was Steve with you?
Oh no, it was my friend Pete.
So, and who?
And here's, you know, my complaint about this is.
Tell us.
Hey, look at my second chin right there. I got more chins than a Chinese phone book.
Oh wow, I didn't notice that.
Yes. So you see, it's this thing right here, and I try to take care of myself, but I got this thing going on down here.
What'd you say?
I need a little.
Chinese.
I need a pull. I need a pull and a tuck. Number 2.
All right, so explain this though. So there were 9 holes throughout the whole field.
There's one up here in the upper deck.
Oh, they had. All right, so that was what I was going to ask.
So you walk the whole stadium, and there's
That's
9
insane.
different tee spots to hit the 9 different positions out there, and then you score, and it's strictly for fun. You're not winning anything.
Well, yeah.
Nobody's getting on the PGA Tour. Most guys. We went on a Friday because that was the only time we could get. But if you went on Saturday or Sunday, there would be. I'm sure there was a ton of pre-gaming going on and tailgating outside, and then going in and hitting golf balls. Now, if you paid extra money, you could actually hit from behind home plate, and guys were hitting golf balls out of the stadium like home runs.
That's fun.
You know,
So yeah, that's what I like to do.
You can hit an 8-iron from home plate and put it over the fence. It's not a big.
Oh yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm not a golf guy, but I just love that photo because I'm a huge Met guy. So and I'm just glad to see somebody's hitting home runs out at Citi Field.
Yeah, Mets are terrible.
Yeah, this was
I'm a lifelong Met fan.
nice.
Terrible.
I got cursed at by Howard Johnson once.
I call it at risk. Shit. Nice. Yeah. Thanks, Bob. At risk. Yeah. At risk of. It's terrible.
Oh, all right. There's a happy occasion for you today. We were just talking about this.
Yes. Operation Black Cat Come Home has been a success. Thanks to our neighbor down the block. This is our Black Cat, and that's his name, Black Cat. He disappeared on August 20th. He went out the back door by accident. He just happened to escape out the sliding glass door, open a few inches, and he was roaming the neighborhood. And today, our neighbor called us up while I was watching the news and said, I got him. And she coaxed him in the house with a little food. However, today was the first cold day on Long Island, so I think it might be something...
Cold and rainy.
Yes, so he might have just said, okay, I've had enough of soiling the neighborhood, I'm going home. Right? So he is home. He is home sleeping on the bed, and I can't wait to spend the weekend hanging out with him. So I'll be home this weekend, and he's an awesome cat. Likes to hang out.
You're actually planning on your weekend
I'll hang
around...
out with my cat. We have 5 cats.
5 cats?
5 cats and a big dog. Big Newfoundland.
And he's good with the cats?
They pretty much coexist. Yeah.
Wow. Well, congrats on that.
The Senns are happy. Mrs. Senn is a very happy mom.
Jerry Gagliano, he fled after that swimsuit pic was posted. Ellen O'Neill says prayers for Roy Halladay. That's right, yes. Prayers for all you Philly fans. Phillies, right? Yeah, Phillies. Where was he
Phillies.
before that? Toronto,
Yeah.
maybe? I forget.
Let's see.
Great picture.
Thurman Munson, Roberto Clemente, Corey Lytle. You think maybe...
Oh, I forgot about Corey Lytle.
Maybe they'd start to just stick with baseball. That's not working out.
Yeah. Well, you'd think, they'd take John Travolta instead and let Thurman Munson stay.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Thurman Munson. Yeah, and today's the anniversary of that, too.
Thurman Munson?
Is it?
No, it was August.
Is it August?
I want to say August
What was
2nd.
his anniversary of?
Who knows the anniversary of Thurman Munson's plane crash? I think it was August 2nd.
August 2nd.
I once went to a useless information of the day. I once went to a garage sale. A guy was selling a Thurman Munson picture. It was like 5x7, but it was autographed. And I was maybe 13. And I'm looking, and so he's already long gone.
Wow.
And I'm looking at this, and I'm looking around, thinking, does anybody not know that the guy was selling it for $1? I paid the $1, but then of course I lost it myself. So August 2nd. Thank you, Abby. 1979.
That
Wow.
story sucked.
That's that's all. That's the best I can do. Not everybody has a idiot. Not everybody has pictures of what do they call it? What do they call that photo with the thing? What do you call
Bathing
it?
suit.
That's not a bathing suit. That's
Speedo.
Wedding day.
Oh yeah, I picked this picture because Greg Scholl's in it. That's why I picked this picture. Greg Scholl, who graduated with me, is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet in your whole damn life. And I had all these
And
years.
a lifelong Met fan.
Yes. I actually went to a Met game.
He's my best man.
Well, that was the thing. I'm doing all this heavy-duty research for tonight's episode, for tonight's show, and I see this photo. All these years I've known you, all these years I've known Greg. I had no idea you guys were that close.
Yep.
I had no idea.
Grew up together. Played baseball together.
Where'd you play baseball? HBA? You did play
baseball.
HBA?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
First team was the Expos. We had this big Expos Crown. Remember Crown Gasoline?
I do remember.
Used to be the Hess station.
Yep.
Across from Holy Trinity High School in Nixon. Yeah, big thing. Crown. It was this big only patch everybody got.
Nice.
Cool. And we were on the same team. And we were friends ever since. We had a couple of jobs together growing up. Well, yeah, and that's I got married at 5 o'clock, and that was the. Look, make it look like you're nervous. Pose. There's a couple. We have some really cheesy photographs of our wedding.
Yeah, that was pretty much every wedding.
Every wedding.
Except, for mine, me and Joe Murphy took a picture with our pants down. We weren't marrying each other, but yeah. That might be. Is that my last photo? That is. I guess it was.
Yeah, right on. Okay.
Yeah, that was my last photo. All right, let me see. What? All right, let's see. Oh, that one thing I wanted to mention. You were dedicating tonight's show to Desiree. How did it feel at Desiree's funeral? Bobby was asked to speak, as he is pretty much everywhere he goes, and he got up at the podium with the priest standing right next to him, and he was talking about Desiree. For those of you who knew Desiree, you really knew Desiree. You knew, she was a really, just a nice person. But one
large tracts of land.
But two things Bobby had to talk about were
tremendous elbows.
The boobs. So to Bobby's right was the priest, and Bobby just started talking about her boobs, and actually said the word boobs in church.
It's not a church.
Well, all right. It's
a chapel.
It was a chapel.
Big difference.
Yeah, but not really.
It's like a
and the priest is standing right
It's like
next
a
to you.
deli that serves pizza. It's not a pizzeria. It's a deli that serves pizza. It's a chapel. Just because what? It's not a church.
But you saw the priest standing right next to you.
Yeah, that's all right. Listen.
No, I know it's all right. I'm just asking how it felt. I grew up in a very strict Catholic household. I would never say boobies to a priest if he was standing right next to me.
I didn't say, he just happened to be there. I was saying it to her friends.
He just happened to be there.
If you knew Desiree, you'd know certain things about her, and plus that girl, it's her, her boobs. She had,
and she was very proud of them.
Oh yeah, she used them to her advantage. Threw them around when she needed to.
Yeah, I was smacked by them once or twice. But yeah, if you grew up in a town like Hicksville with a strict Catholic household where church like Holy Family was like a big part of your Holy Family when we were kids. I don't know if it still is, but it was a big part of the community. So it was with that mindset, saying boobs right next to a priest, to me that was a big deal.
Well, I can run faster than he can, so
probably he was kind of older.
Yeah.
But did you happen to notice? Because I don't think anybody was recording it, but
see how pissed off he got with the holy
that's
water?
exactly. Oh, with the what?
The holy water.
Oh no,
He's throwing holy water at her urn. Like nobody's business.
Oh no, I didn't even notice that.
No,
I
even like a snake.
Wow. No, I noticed.
I
boobs,
even leaned over to Christine and I was like, "That guy needs to calm down." He was pretty tight.
He was pissed when you said boobs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was like, I swear to God, he was like.
You want to know why?
Because
he's not allowed to touch him.
Right. I was just about to say that. He's supposedly never seen any.
If I said 10-year-old boy, he probably would have been mad. Sorry, hon.
You have nothing to apologize for, pal. Father Dusendorf, he cornered me at Holy Family in 1984. That son of a bitch.
Yeah. Father, feel me up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He. Funny story. There's a funny story for you. He cornered me, 1984 in the school at Holy Family. I actually had to push him. I pushed him out of the way. He was coming in. He was coming in for it. Boom. I pushed him and I ran. Fast forward 15 years later, and I at the time was working for the phone company. My partner,
You know, the phone company killed John F. Kennedy, right? What movie?
I have no idea.
True Believer with James Woods. Excellent movie. Phone company killed Kennedy.
Is that he says that in the movie?
Just keep going.
No, we were. Let's go back to the movies we talked about before. We were talking about Naked Gun before we went live before.
Yes.
That movie is the best movie ever made. So this priest, Father Peter Dusseldorf was his name. I don't know why I'm going like this. Newsday had a big article on him. And I'm sitting in the truck and I'm reading the article and I'm thinking, wow, that's the guy that came after me. My partner at the time at the phone company, he's 15 years older than me. He grew up in Long Beach. Sure enough, the same priest was at Long Beach when he was a kid, and he said he had similar stories. This guy was, apparently the Catholic Church sent him, when he got caught, they would send him to another parish.
It's called the Dusseldorf effect.
There you go. Starring James Woods, coming to a theater near you.
Yes.
Oh, and then they had nowhere else to send him on Long Island. They sent him down to Florida, where he got caught masturbating in a park.
Well,
I swear to God, yes.
better than parking in a masturbate.
He was mad at the boob comment. He was mad at the boob comment.
Who said that?
Michelle said that. Michelle wasn't even
Michelle
there.
wasn't even there. Her car's broken.
She was still sleeping she was still sleeping in Vegas at the time. Hey, Lainey Mandel, this is like a blast from the past. You and Bobby Senn.
Yeah.
Hey, Dawn Boyle is watching. Hey, Dawn Boyle.
Dawn Boyle. Kostakis.
Slingshot. Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
Slingshot.
Banana hammock. That's what it's called. Banana hammock. That was the word I was
Thanks,
looking
Paul
for.
Fox.
Thank you, guys.
That's great.
K. Zags Gallagher.
Banana
a
hammock.
thong.
Thong.
I'm just impressed that K. Zags Gallagher is even
2
watching.
days before my birthday by Thurman. Died August 2nd,
Oh.
1979. Ellen O'Neill is a... First off, Ellen O'Neill is a home run. I've known Ellen since kindergarten. If you ever want to go to a hockey game and see hockey fan celebrity, go with Ellen O'Neill.
Oh, yeah?
She knows everybody. Ask Craig Calasante, you say he went to a game. Everybody knows Ellen. Ellen is the consummate Islander fan that everybody knows.
Really?
And me being a lifelong Ranger fan, Ellen and I jab at each other. But
And
God,
why
I
is
wore
this,
this
though?
jersey just for Ellen tonight.
Why is this? What makes her so special at the Islander games?
She's just she is in her element there. Thrives, and everybody knows Ellen, and Ellen doesn't have a mean bone in her body, unless she's insulting me about the Rangers. And she says hello to everybody, and they know her name. There are pictures of her with 20 different Islander fans at each game. Just walks over and
Really?
they all know her.
And she says,
And for her, I hope they would come back to the Nassau Coliseum. For
Well,
her alone only.
And what's the rumor? They come back to Belmont. They're going to play at
Yeah,
Belmont.
who knows?
She says, "Oh, where did it go? I'll save you the trouble, Bobby. The Islanders lost."
Yes.
Laney wants to know: didn't Bobby Senn do the Hicksville High School announcements in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Yep. That was passed on to me by the Dirks brothers.
The Dirks brothers, Rob and Ken.
Yes. Yep. Passed on.
Those guys were.
And then I passed it on to Mike Kiernan and John Hawkins.
Who then?
Passed it on to Tony Walker. That was almost like a Kevin Bacon thing.
That was kind of like
A few degrees of separation.
the same but different. Yeah.
Same but well, close. Just
That
missed.
well, and actually, speaking of which, that's something I didn't get to
Yeah.
earlier. that's. I thanked you for being a hero, being a fireman.
So
that you are.
I'm going to stop that.
Go ahead.
All the heroes are dead.
All heroes are dead.
All the heroes are dead. The guys who died,
I don't
who
agree with that.
sacrificed their lives, they're the heroes.
Well, they're heroes too.
I did my job. And every other fireman, police officer, Marine, Navy SEAL, Coast Guardsman, Airman will tell you the same thing. I did my job. And that was it. So I want to leave it at that. I don't want to go any further.
Oh, all right. He said we're not going further than
The
that.
heroes are dead.
All right. Well, then, so what's the word for you then?
Bob. Depends on who you're with. Asshole, that guy, Bobby Senn, whatever. it
A
is.
complimentary word.
Honorable.
The honorable Bobby
No,
Senn.
no.
See, I'd rather go with hero then. That's too
No,
good.
no,
I'm not going with honorable.
No.
I mean,
not
you're
the
all right, but you're not honorable.
No, listen. I always said when I died, I want my nephews and my nieces to be standing there, and some of my friends guys I either worked with, grew up with, whatnot, to just say, your uncle is a very honorable guy. That's it. So, I'm not going to get into that.
All right, see, I have all sorts of people disagreeing.
Shut up.
Yep, they're all disagreeing.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Wendy Default, she says a great friend.
Yeah. You are. Yeah.
Happy yay you didn't die day. I like that. That's
Oh,
cool. I like that.
Katie, she's awesome. Yeah, happy yeah you didn't die day. She gave me a book. Katie gave me a book on September 11th. She stopped by. She gave me a book, and it's titled. I should have brought it with me. It's titled "All My Friends Are Dead," and it's a bunch of dinosaurs. Yeah, and you know, like a bird who got hit by a car and stuff like that. It's
That's
awesome.
funny.
It's a great book, and it made me laugh on a day that I normally don't laugh.
All right, so anyway. So that was...
That's good shit.
All right.
Yeah. Yay, I'm not
He's
dead.
Susan Rodriguez. He's our rainbow guy.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Paula Kyer Peterson's... I'm proud to
Listen,
know you.
everybody asks about the rainbow thing.
Yeah.
And part of me shouldn't give it up because it might stop, because I kind of want to roll with it. But I could give a shit about rainbows. It's the fact that a rainbow comes out and like...
Double rainbow!
Yeah, and 175,000 people have to run outside, take a picture of it, and then like go and like, I'm going to be the first to post it on Instagram and Facebook and put it up there and go, look, it's a rainbow. And it's like, enough with the fucking rainbows. It's like, we know. I have a window. I know it just rained and the sun came out. It's chemistry.
I'm new to this. So
it's like when it snows.
Is this a calm down moment?
Everybody goes, yeah. Okay. It's like calm down. So
I'm new to that calm down
it's
thing,
like
so.
people post rainbows, and I just make the little. I post the little shit emoji, you know. But Sue Rodriguez's kid, and here's the thing that pisses me off. Sue Rodriguez's daughter made this beautiful cake, and I am the cookie monster, and I love cake. I mean, it's one of my fixes, and that kid's what 600 and something miles away, and I can't eat any of that cake, and I don't care what the cake looks like. I like cake, and it was vanilla icing too on a rainbow cake she made.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I was confused
And
how
she
we
made
went
it
from
going,
rainbow
oh,
to cake.
it's Bobby Senn, you know, and she was like, oh, I made this cake for Bobby Senn, which is pretty fantastic that I haven't even met this kid, or I met her when she was about, you know, knee high to a grasshopper. And then, you know, she's baking this cake and making fun of me. So
The cake that you
so
could
I
eat.
just like to break people's balls for doing that shit. It's like people that go, oh, look, it's snowing. Calm the fuck down. We know it's snowing. It's February. You know, we know it's snowing. I have a window. I have 8 windows. You know, I know it's snowing.
You just got to keep scrolling. That's
Oh,
all.
yeah.
Just keep scrolling.
No. There's too many opportunities to launch a few darts, get people going.
Bobby is the reason we run out of cake, says Christina.
Yes, I do.
Katie
Cookies.
Paulson wants to know if we want a picture of
Black-
the first snow from Maine.
Black and white cookies. Holy shit! Yeah. It's supposed to snow it's supposed to snow here tomorrow.
It is?
Like a snow shower, guaranteed. I'm calling it first, folks. It's going to snow tomorrow for like 30 seconds. Like a squall is going to blow. And who invented that fucking word? A squall is going to blow through, right? And people are going to be fucking blowing an aneurysm about it. You know? Oh! Calm the fuck down.
I guarantee, and I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I guarantee Lorna Mund is the first one to comment. It's
Oh, you know.
fucking snowing.
Yeah, it's snowing and there's traffic and somebody smells next to me in the gym. Lorna, one of my favorite people.
Absolutely. That's why I
True story.
said that. I can make fun of it.
After Hurricane Sandy, I spent a lot of time down in Island Park doing a food pantry for a lot of people who were hurting. And Lorna Mund had just left her job, and she committed every single day to me. She came every single day and handed out food.
Really?
And all I did was break her balls about quitting smoking. It's like, you got to quit smoking. You got to quit smoking.
And did
She's
she?
out here giving, I believe she has.
I think she has too.
I
Yeah.
think she has.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yep.
Slightly more entertaining than Kurt Knapp talking about rubber gloves. You remember that? Kurt talking about the gloves?
Yeah.
Why is there always one glove left? I haven't heard from Kurt. Where is he? Kurt's not watching? Somebody please send me a black and white cookie.
Black and white cookies.
Yeah, we offered you an Oreo.
Favorite.
Not the
Different.
same.
No, listen. Oreos.
No, Pillsbury.
Oreos, you need a glass of milk.
The Pillsbury chocolate chip that you throw in the oven, you take them out nice and gooey. Come on, nothing beats that.
See, I don't want to work at it. I don't want to have to cut them up.
Well,
or
see,
break
that's
them
why you had to
up,
lose
or
weight,
do that
because you're
shit.
lazy. Stop being so lazy. They're
Yeah.
perfect. They're worth every second. All right. So anyway, getting back to the morning announcements and how
Yes.
the Kevin Bacon thing. That was all right. Hero or not, that's the other thing I was going to thank you for. Darren O'Neill, who I thought was going to be watching, maybe he is. I don't know.
He's flying a plane in Germany, probably.
Hopefully,
Another great, another
I don't want him
awesome
flying
guy.
over
Just
my
goes,
house.
you know, hey, I'm in Germany. Whoa. Hey, I'm in Philadelphia.
Well, he's
Hey.
lonely. He's flying around the world. He's lonely. He's looking for people to hang out
Hey,
with.
I'm painting my house. Right? When he's fixing his siding, some shit.
Yeah, fixing his siding, and then didn't he screw it up or something?
Yeah, he did something wrong.
Yeah, and his wife yelled at him as always.
As usual.
Yeah, so Darren, who I'm probably closer now. Actually, same with you. I talk to you more now than I think I ever did in my life. Same with Darren. Darren's a close friend
Which
of mine.
I made a point at our 30th reunion to the first thank you, standing in front of everybody who went. Well, it went out to Facebook. Because if it wasn't for Facebook, where we are now,
Right.
we wouldn't have reconnected with these. with
Absolutely right. That's
people.
what I
There's
love.
pluses
Facebook.
and minuses of Facebook. And people go, I hate Facebook.
They,
I
but they're
reconnected.
lying.
Listen, I reconnected with you.
Right.
Reconnected with a whole bunch of people.
Right. Absolutely.
I've pissed a whole bunch of people off and got rid of some shitbirds by
Sure.
dropping some bombs on.
And where else, and if it is snowing, if you're snowed in, or if you have, your kids and you can't go out or something, what better than to just hang
Hey,
out at
listen,
home, go on Facebook and talk to everybody?
Michelle Bayer's car broke down.
Yeah.
Matt Mongelli saw her post about it, called her up and got a car. I believe he got a car running.
There you go. Matt,
But
Matt
Matt Mongelli could
scared
turn.
me when
Matt,
we were kids.
Matt Mongelli's like MacGyver. He could take
Yeah,
one. He could
he
take
is.
one of your prosthetic legs and turn it into a
Oh, Matt, can you do that? Can you turn it into
into
like a rocket?
a motorcycle.
A rocket. I want to
That'd be
fly.
awesome.
Then I can fly down and see you in Florida and see Michelle in Vegas.
You guys should get the Orange County chopper guys, take a bunch of your legs and make them into a motorcycle.
Oh, that would be awesome. Hey, how come all these people that were watching it already, I'm getting notifications that they just joined? Did we get cut off or something?
It's all right.
Carrie Kiefer Viverito, she says she loves you. Hey, now.
One of my favorite people.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Matt says no problem. Yeah, you want to make a rocket out of one of my prosthetic, or just add a
problem.
wheel to it or something, so it would be like one of those. What do they call those carts? That, whatever. Like a.
Matteo Mongelli is one of my favorite people. on
He's
the planet.
awesome.
Genuine,
He's awesome.
genuine man.
Yep.
Love that guy.
He was one of the toughest kids in school, man. I was friends with him, which I was happy about because he scared me,
Oh, yeah.
man.
There's always
He
those
was a
guys you
tough
want
kid.
friends with growing up that you go, if I'm getting in a bar fight because I'm an asshole, I want that guy to be my friend,
Yep.
that guy to be my friend.
And Matt was one of them, without a doubt.
Matt's a home run.
Mr. Bobby, yes, he is drinking a PBR.
Yeah.
How
why not?
fast do you want it to go? Matt,
Why
I
not?
wanted to go I want to be able to
He wants it to be like one of those land speeders from Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool. Yeah,
See,
I was going to
stunt-
say just faster than people on the LAE, but
Yeah, right
yeah,
on.
that's perfect. He says he loves us. Matt Mongelli says he loves us. I like that. All right, so anyway, when I reconnected with Darren on Facebook, and then I through the power of Facebook, and then eventually we met up and saw each other. Hadn't seen Darren since he graduated in 1984, and that was a big thrill for me because being what I do now for a living, performing and acting. Darren, I mean, you go on and you watch TV, you watch movies, or you like a band and you consider somebody. Oh, I want to be like you idolize certain people, right? But they're famous, they're larger than life, they're on a screen or something. Darren O'Neill was one of the first people that I saw, in school. I was I think 13 or 14 when I saw Darren on the stage performing. And Darren was fantastic. He was so much fun to watch on the stage. And it made me
He actually had his shirt open and he had all that chest hair sticking out, right?
just like that. Sure.
Mask.
And he was actually one of the first people in high school. He grew a full beard. I don't know if
Yeah?
I remember that. And he
There's a couple of friends we had growing up that, I think they had beards out of the womb.
Yes. Yeah, cousin it type guys.
Joe Sulo.
Joe Sewell. Wow, I forgot about
Joe
Joe
Sulo had a
Sewell.
beard in 7th grade.
And he was like the size of this. Yeah, he was. He's another one. If I'm getting beat up, hey Joe, you got a minute? Yeah.
No, just stand behind him.
Well,
They'll think you left.
they won't. Yeah, they won't see me. Yeah.
Kind of like my second chin on occasion. Where'd
So-
that guy go? He's hiding behind Bobby Senn's chin.
Mateo did work magic over the phone. Yes, he did. All right.
He did. Calm down, Michelle. Calm down.
So Darren, he was the first guy, and I've told him this. He was the first guy that I saw in person that I saw as as an equal, where I saw, we can actually do something like this, in life. We can actually perform. We can actually do something like that. And that stayed with me all these years. And I actually told him he's one of the inspirations of why I went into theater. And I gotta be honest with you, pal. You're right there too. I didn't know who you were until I saw you. I think it was in Greece. And you.
I had fun.
You could see it
with sports, with being on different teams, and intramural stuff, and I think what grabbed me, the first thing that grabbed me was the variety show. They just get up and there were guys doing some comedy and little skits and people singing. I learned there's a handful of people. Dana Terone. I didn't realize she could play the guitar until she tried out for the variety show. I was like, holy man, I didn't know she could play the guitar. Mm-hmm. It was pretty awesome.
Right.
So you got to.
What did you do in that variety show? Did you sing? You were in musicals.
I sang with Trisha LaChale.
You sang everything with Trisha LaChale.
Yeah. It was kind of, we were, peers coming through.
You were like Tom Petty and Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, that was all right. But
Sonny and Cher.
Tom Petty's dead. So is Sonny.
So like Stevie Nicks and Cher.
Yeah. So, great. Anyhow,
what'd you sing? Just tell me one song that you sang in the high school years.
With Trisha LaChale, we did a duet of "You Don't Bring Me Flowers," which is by Neil Diamond and Barbra Streisand,
and they're both alive.
And they are both alive.
In fact, they're our next guest.
Yes, and Neil Diamond probably gets more punani than you and I could imagine. My parents went to a Neil Diamond concert, and it was the proverbial, as Eddie Murphy said, throwing panties and bras on the stage. And my mother was like, there was like 65, 7-year-old women throwing their panties on the stage at Neil Diamond.
Was she one of them?
Yes. No, my mother doesn't wear underwear.
That's what I get for asking that question.
Right, Mom? Commando. She taught me. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a
Next.
whole... Yeah.
Move on.
Sing a little bit. Sing a little bit. You Don't Bring Me Flowers.
Oh,
do it.
God.
Come on, they're dying to see it.
You don't bring me flowers anymore. I'm really good in the shower. I sing in the shower really well.
Yeah. And that's...
I should have brought my DVD, and I picked up this not DVD.
Of you in the shower.
I picked up this CD of like the worst 15 heavy metal rock band
Oh, you
ballads.
posted that on Facebook.
And I posted that, and I was like, I should bring that with me. And I've been rocking that shit in my car.
I have to say, some of those songs I love, though. Some of those... More Than Words by Extreme, I love that song. Sorry.
Eddie McNulty said it. If you can't land the plane or put the plane in the hangar on Damn Yankees high enough, then you should just quit.
And that's
you should probably consider the priesthood. Because fuck, that's a great song.
C.J. Lipkin, is that a friend of yours?
Chris Lipkin.
Bobby's voice sounds like a mix between Fergie and Jesus.
Fergie and Jesus.
Oh, is that an inside joke?
Fergie and Jesus. No. God, don't you watch movies? Sounds like Fergie and Jesus.
Sorry, I didn't see True Believers with James Woods.
Step Brothers.
I never saw Step Brothers.
Oh my God, you have to see Step Brothers. Sounds like Fergie and Jesus. Good, Chris. Chris, eat a sandwich. You look skinny. Chris Lipkin lost a whole bunch of weight.
Oh, okay.
He's taking care of himself, got himself real thin. I think he went a little
like you did too.
He went a little over thin.
Oh.
Yeah. The Biafra look. He needs
the what look?
Biafra. You can look that up.
Where's Zach? Oh, I didn't see Zach with the light there.
Zach's taking a nap.
Are you sleeping? Are we boring you?
Yeah, no, he's good.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Zach's the tech guy tonight, folks.
Yeah.
So, Chris Lipkin, good man. Works in a slashing Brooklyn engine company now.
A slashing
Brooklyn engine company. He goes to a lot of fires.
Oh, sorry.
Very busy company. It's good.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yes.
So I can't call him a hero. I just call him a great fireman.
No. Good dude. Good dad. 2 beautiful kids. Great wife. Good man.
All right, cool. All right. Wow. We've gone over an hour, so we're going to call it a night in a second. But I now have... Are you peeking or are you looking there?
Lightning questions usually. You told me
I do.
was getting lightning questions.
I do.
Now I have to pay attention.
This is how we end every one of our shows. We end it by asking our guests just random trivia questions. Some of them are tough. Some of them have nothing to do with anything. They're just random. And then maybe we'll throw in a thing or two about something that they may know about. All right? So here we go. And I'm not going to give the answers right away. And I ask you guys to not Google the answers. Let me just see who can come up right away with the answer as we do this.
My answer?
Yeah, you're going to answer, but I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong.
Yeah, I
and
suck
I'm going
at
to
this.
see.
Like Trivial Pursuit, you don't want me on your team.
CJ,
However,
CJ says thank you.
You know that Hummables question? You know the Hummables game where you have to hum a song? You ever play that game? It's one of those board games somebody came out with. I kick ass at that.
You're a music guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm good music. I don't want to say I'm a good hummer. That's pretty big.
That's where I was hoping we were going.
I receive a good hummer.
All right, and let's hear it for Mrs. Senn. Unless you're talking about Matt Mangelli, I don't know.
That is I'm going to be laying in bed later, and because she has got to watch this later, and I'm probably going to fall asleep, and I'm going to get kicked, and I'll just go, "Oh, sorry about the hummer."
And if you
but
do
while
that,
you're awake,
which makes it totally worth it for getting kicked.
fuck this. Go ahead.
And oh, by the way, tell her to accept my friend request on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay, first question. Who was assassinated by Talmadge Hayer? Talmadge Hayer. You know, and there you go. You're saying that we have to stop publicizing these people? There you go. I just ruined it for Bob.
You just wrecked it.
All right,
Mark Lerner has his hand in his face in his hand.
Sorry.
Hey.
All right, never mind. Here's an easy one. At least I think it is. Lenny Kravitz is the son of what popular sitcom actress? Do you not know this?
Son of?
Yeah.
I don't
Who is
know.
Lenny Kravitz's mother?
Mrs. Kravitz.
Well, true.
Gladys Kravitz from Bewitched.
No. That's a good guess. You really don't know that?
I don't.
Wow, I thought that'd be an easy one. All right. Let's see if you guys...
No. I don't have time for that. I'm too busy telling people to calm the fuck down.
What color is Spock's blood?
Whose blood?
Spock. On Star Trek, Spock.
I hated Star Trek.
You hated Star Trek?
I was not a Star Trek guy.
Wow.
I was not a Star Trek guy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hogan's
Star
Heroes.
Wars? Hogan's Heroes was cool.
Cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons.
Tom and Jerry?
Tom and Jerry. You didn't have to memorize anything. There's no words.
That was it.
Woody Woodpecker, another awesome one.
Yeah, I was back and forth on him.
Big Bugs Bunny fan.
Oh, yeah,
Flintstones,
man.
Gilligan's Island, I Love Lucy, all that stuff. Star Trek? I was really pissed when Chico and the Man went off the air. You remember that?
Because he killed himself.
Barney Miller.
Barney Miller was good.
Another one?
The Flintstones
Fish.
and all that stuff I have.
Okay, here's my morbid, one of my morbid things.
Do it.
One of my friends, who I'm not going to name, knew that Abe Vigoda had passed away before it was publicized.
Okay.
So I went on eBay and bought something that was signed by him before it went through the roof.
That's smart.
Yeah, I'm such a dick.
And what did you... And you're going to resell for a higher...
No, I'm going to leave it to my nephews.
Oh, okay. You think Abe Vigoda autographed items would be worth something someday?
Come on, just think of what he was. He's fish.
Oh, I know. You know, he was awesome in Look Who's Talking.
Yes. And
I watch movies.
What was his character name in The Godfather?
Oh, we just watched The Godfather. What the hell was his name?
I'm not going to tell you. Who can say? What was
there you
Abe?
go. Let's see.
Somebody do it. Who was Abe Vigoda? Abe Vigoda. What was the character he played in The Godfather?
Let's see. Let's see. We're getting some answers here. Let's go back and read. All right, the Lady and the Jeffersons. Yes, that's Lenny Kravitz's mother. She was married to the white guy. Roxy Roker is her real name in real life.
That's Lenny Kravitz's
That's
mother?
Lenny Kravitz's mother. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, on the Jeffersons. Yes.
Jeffersons.
Good. No, not Good Times.
Good Times.
Not Good Times.
Dynamite! Jefferson's neighbor.
Green. That Spock's blood was green.
Yeah, thanks, Sally. Sally, you have the inside dope on a lot of this shit.
No, she has no idea.
Maureen.
Blue.
Maureen Lane
says blue to what? To Spock's blood? No, sorry.
Well, the color of my balls. Sorry, thank you.
Well, I hope she doesn't have balls.
Mark Lerner, Brady Bunch expert.
Who is? You are or Mark?
No,
is?
Mark Lerner and I go back and forth on Brady Bunch stuff.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty awesome.
I'm trying.
What was the name of the maid?
Sam the Butcher.
What was the name of the maid
Alice.
who took over Alice's spot when she left?
Oh, I remember her. I remember she had black hair and she wasn't very nice. And the kids were
bitch.
miserable.
Yeah. What was her name?
Oh man. Whore.
Nope. K.
K. I was close.
I'm K. Thank you. Black lady that lived upstairs.
Do you get a prize? Yes. Emergency for me. What does that mean? Ellen O'Neill. Emergency for me. I don't know. Is everything okay?
Ellen, you all right? Tessio. Of course. Look who gets it. Roberto Ortigliano.
What's Tessio?
Tessio.
The answer to what? What's that the answer to?
The character name of...
Fish. Oh, sorry.
It was Tessio.
Tessio.
Tessio got whacked.
Dustin Englert likes your shirt. Hey, Allie Bayer's watching.
Maud. Blue balls.
Where was
Really?
Ambi Davis
Oh, my
born?
wife is watching.
Oh, is she?
Hi, hon.
Oh, look at that. Blue balls.
Hon,
He's
am I
in trouble.
Hold on. Hon, am I in trouble? I've been really good. I didn't talk about bullshit religious stuff. Not even once.
As he says, bullshit religious
Yeah.
stuff. He did talk about weed.
Hi, Mrs. Senn. It was about firefighters. Oh, the TV show Emergency.
Oh, I remember that show. Oh,
Yeah.
she's saying shows she liked.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then, didn't they change the title? Wasn't it Emergency? Then it became Emergency 911 or something like that?
No, that was like a reality thing. But it was they probably got in trouble.
But they did. They changed the name.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, honey.
Hi, Monk.
All right, so Mark, what did he ask? What was Ann B. Davis's hometown? Is that what he said? Or where was she born?
He gets me with that every time.
Oh, so it's not even questions about the show. It's about their real lives.
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys are geeks.
Oh, yeah.
Where was she born?
This was sitting
Hicksville.
No. You're in the right state, though.
She was in New York? Was she Long Island?
It sounds like...
You actually know the answer?
Yeah, because he hit me with it. He slammed me with it. He won.
Jeez, what is wrong with you people?
Go ahead, Mark. Give it over.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Give it over.
Lake George.
Duluth. Fucking Lufkin.
All right, here's one for you. And you better know this one. What was Mark Messier's number on the New York Rangers?
11.
Thank you. Who was the first captain of the Rangers?
The first captain.
Oh, I got him. I got him.
It wasn't
on the Rangers.
Esposito.
It was not Esposito.
No. You got to go back quite
It
a ways.
is. Yes, it is. I think that
See,
it's
this is bullshit because you didn't know that. You had to Google that shit.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. Is I don't have to answer.
You have to
I
ask
mean,
me
I don't know Alice.
Questions of shit you know.
Schenectady. Maureen Lane says Schenectady. Oh, and then
Schenectady, New York.
It is correct.
Hold on,
The prize
all right,
from
hold
Maureen
on.
Lane.
Maureen Lane. Did you look that up or did you know that? Jockerman? Was it Jockerman?
What's that?
Jockerman is the
Oh, the first
first
captain?
captain of the Rangers? No.
Not
It's
according
going to
to
be
what I
some
looked
guy
up.
that like probably didn't even,
It goes back.
and he probably didn't even make Bobby. They probably didn't retire his jersey. He's probably not even a Hall of Famer.
That I don't know.
Who is it?
All right. Rangers Biden.
Yeah, God. And there's Ellen.
Bill Cook.
Yeah. See,
Any idea who that even is?
no, this is
okay.
Cook's son. Yeah.
I think if I remember right, I read it goes back to the
C.O.,
20s. C.O. Okay, Cook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were the Rangers around in the 20s?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I think I got that right. Okay. All right. Here's one I think you should know, and it's our last. Whoa, I dropped it.
last
And it's our last question, ladies and gentlemen. Who scored the first goal in Game 7 against the Canucks in '94? It's an obvious answer.
Is it Mark Messier?
It is not.
It is Ron Duguay.
It is not.
It is Ron Greshner.
No.
It is Adam Graves.
No.
Brian Leach.
Hey, there it
Thank
is.
you. It only took me 6 guys.
Brian Leach was awesome. He was my favorite player. Oh, Ellen. Oh, look at that. Ellen knew it.
Helen O'Neill. Again, she's one of my. I would say I have a list of favorite humans, and Ellen is at the top.
I still want to know why she's like the famous at the Islander games.
Listen, if you want to, you should have Ellen on.
Did you guys did you ever go to the indoor lacrosse games at the Coliseum in the 90s?
I went once, and it was a very bizarre experience. It was loaded with like every roid head lacrosse guy who never made it, who probably sells cars for a living, and they're screaming and yelling while these guys run around and literally just like
Fight.
It's like watching my 2 nephews in my den. They just beat the shit out of each other.
Okay.
And throw a ball around a hockey rink covered in in a welcome mat.
Do you recall the halftime show?
Yeah, there's a bunch of chicks that came out in black and white. They were the Dragons or some shit, right? That played at the Coliseum. Ellen will know. They were the Dragons. Whatever,
Ellen.
they came out and they were dressed up with practically nothing on, and I was a
Well, no.
post-pubescent male and was probably filling the spank bank.
Keep thriving. Oh, that's
National Center for
Emotional Wellness.
Listen, if I get to push one thing, National Center for Emotional Wellness
Yeah,
is
please
on
push
Facebook.
anything.
Hey, push Tony. National Center for Emotional Wellness is on Facebook. Forward this people you know for any event, crisis, things that are going on, and we are available to you
Nice.
because we want to make a difference. And if you have had the pleasure of meeting Mark Lerner, he's one of the men on this planet that saved my life and have kind of repurposed me from just my life being strictly about going and being a fireman and a husband to about trying to make people's lives better. So National Center for Emotional Wellness. Has a website. Maybe Tony can put that picture back up.
Oh, did I?
National Center for Emotional
I
Wellness.
think I got
.org. And National Center for Emotional Wellness has a Facebook page. Please visit and like it and spread the word.
Sorry, I got rid of it. Sorry.
That's all good. We spread the word like Tony spread his leg away from his body. That's good.
Well, I will say from my limited time with Dr. Lerner, yeah, I got exactly that out of it, and being on his show. But I think that's a good way to go out. He definitely did help you. You're one of the funniest guys I know, one of the friendliest guys I know, just an all-around great guy. Had a blast tonight with Bobby. I hope you guys enjoyed it too, and thank you, sir.
Pleasure,
This was a
brother.
lot of fun, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bobby Senn was here. We had a great time. Please hit the likes, hit the hearts, spread the word, tell all your friends about the show. And next week, who should I have next week? Actually, somebody asked earlier.
You said you had somebody scheduled.
I
already.
did, but then he backed out. I had somebody all set up, and he backed out. And so I don't have a guest yet for next week. But somebody asked how they can be a guest. So whoever you are, if I don't find you here,
$100 goes a long way.
yeah, Bobby would be happy to pay it. Was there somebody Schmidt? Kenny Schmidt? Do you know who that is?
I don't know.
No, I don't either.
Go back through. We'll send him a message.
Yeah, all right, I'll look for it later. But I'll find somebody. But we'll be back next Tuesday, 9 o'clock. Zach will be with me. Say goodnight, Zach.
Good night,
Good
Zach.
night.
Good night, Zach. Keep on keeping on.
There you go, straight from the Brady's. When it's time to change, you got to rearrange. All right, we're done. You want to turn me off there? Good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you didn't mind that we went as long as we did, but it was fun, so hope you enjoyed it like we did. Thanks again, Bobby. See ya.
Good night.
Yeah, get out of here.